The Pacific Rim is now under a tsunami warning or watch. We are now at the most severe level from the Pacific Tsunami Warning Center. If you are near a coast and it is near the Pacific coast, get away from the coast and move inland and move to higher ground. If you're watching us from Hawaii, that includes you, where you have about 2.5 hours before essentially the first tsunami arrives, and all of the islands in Hawaii are going to be impacted. The tsunami, remember, wraps around the islands here, and it will approach in 2.5 hours at 3 a.m. local time. Remember, the Indonesia tsunami hit further to the west, so Hawaii was not hit hard, because we had all these land masses that essentially buffeted from them getting hardest hit. But you are not going to be protected if you're watching us from Russia, where the tsunami is about to arrive now. Marcus Islands at 8:53 GMT. If you're watching us from Taiwan, very near there, 9:30 GMT is your arrival. If you're watching us from the Philippines, I know that you are, it is now going to arrive in the Philippines, northern Philippines, at 9:55 GMT. Further to the south, at 10:26 GMT. These times are crucial because we are running out of time the closer you are to that epicenter to get you to higher ground. Marshall Islands at 10:44 GMT. Indonesia, 10:49 GMT. Papua New Guinea, as you see on the map there, arrival at 11:30 GMT. Solomon Islands a few minutes thereafter. Kiribati at 12:28 GMT. Again, as I mentioned, Hawaii, 3 a.m. local time, as we have been hearing the sirens, the tsunami sirens have been ongoing there, warning folks of the impending potential catastrophic tsunami that is going to arrive. Australia, you're in on it as well, 16:20 GMT. Mexico, Rosemary, now we're getting into, again, on the other side of the Pacific here, Mexico. Oregon is now under a tsunami watch into Alaska. New Zealand as well, further to the south. Chile in on it. Ecuador, Colombia, Peru. We're talking about the arrival there literally 24 hours from now, so plenty of time for folks to be warned. But the region that I'm most concerned about, obviously in Japan here, further to the north into Russia, there is Taiwan, arrival in just about an hour, then the Philippines and the southern Philippines, and then we get into Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, and into Malaysia as well. We'll continue to track it. Again, the tsunami travels at about 800 kilometers per hour, so it's a pretty simple program that we punch in, and we're able to determine exactly the arrival of the first of many waves to come. We'll keep you posted on that.
Yeah, thankfully there is some predictability involved in these tsunamis as they attack the coastlines there. Thanks so much for going through that.